All right, officially big welcome to the Self-Worth and Soulmate Client Training. And how exciting is that we are kicking off this 3-day event, this 3-day training on Valentine's Day. And it was just like perfectly aligned. I've wanted to do a soulmate client attraction training for a while. We're actually going to have a VIP group experience in a few weeks. And this is something that has been like really, really, really close to my heart. And I am so happy that the time is now, and it came perfectly on Valentine's Day. And this is going to be a 3-day magical experience that it will transform your business, your life in powerful ways. And I wanted to encourage you, if you're here and like, oh boy, I'm not interested in attract clients, I believe that you can still be here with us, make a contribution with your beautiful energy. And I believe you can apply what you're going to learn here in many areas of your life. So if you're here, this is your time. Enjoy, and I cannot wait to witness the breakthroughs, the changes and transformations that you're going to experience just in these next 3 days. Now, before we start, very important information. Training will happen here inside the Facebook group, live inside the Evolve Facebook group. I am recording as long as I remember to record, and I will upload the replay for send to those of you that are not on Facebook. So if you're not on Facebook, you're just going to have to watch the replay, right? These replays are going to be for a limited time available. My intention is what you are going to receive here, it could be something that I could sell. What I'm going to do is going to be free for everyone for the next week or so. And then after that, my team is going to edit and put inside the members area for our high-level mastermind clients. And so enjoy while it's here. I don't know when exactly it's going to be taken down, but it's going to be here for a while. The dates that we are meeting is today, tomorrow, which is February 15 at noon Eastern time. And when I say Eastern, is usually US Eastern time. So Tuesday, tomorrow, we are meeting noon Eastern time. Write that down. Thursday, February 16 is going to be 2 Eastern time, 2 p.m. Eastern time. So noon and 2 p.m. our next dates that we're going to meet. I specifically did it, felt guided to do in different times. So some of you that cannot make one time live, make the other one. Doesn't matter, Patricia, if I'm here live or if I'm watching the replay, you will receive the same powerful work, no matter if you're here live, no matter if you're watching the replay. I responded to energy though. And when I feel your beautiful energy here and you start thinking and questioning, I will pick up and I will bring the answer. So, but of course, if you can't, you can't. So it's going to be beautiful no matter what, if you can be here live or if you can watch the replay. This Sunday is my birthday, which is my favorite day of the year, of course. I'm doing a beautiful party here in my home. And what I'm doing too is there is this huge change that is being happening. And it's almost like the transition was like, I always feel like before your birthday, it is time to just hold the energy and be listening to what is coming through. And then, so this year, that is this beautiful vortex that is opening after my birthday, the day after my birthday. So it's this Sunday, the 19th, and I will be, after my birthday, we're going to be the official opening. I know so many of you are so curious. You are already, some of you are already in and you don't even know where you're in, but it's so cool. So we're going to be opening what I know is my masterpiece, Midas Point of Attraction Inner Circle. So At the end of 3 days together, I will share more about the midst point of attraction inner circle for those of you that would like to continue working with me. And it's totally, completely relaxed. You fill in if it's for you, or if it's not at this time, it's totally cool. But the invitation will be open for those of you that want to learn more, wanted to join me in this experience. And anytime, those of you that know me for a while, anytime I open a new experience and you say yes on this first month, you will be grandfathered, which means as long as you don't cancel your to fit in, right? Your membership, or however you want to call, your price never goes up. So it's like just something crazy that I love to do for my soulmate clients. So if that's you, this opportunity will be available. Now, the energy for these 3 days, when I tap into it, we're going to be the whole energy for the next 3 days, this magical container as a call. We're going to look at the things that you subconsciously do to sabotage your success, your soulmate client attraction. And note, I'm not talking about client attraction, and we're going to explore why I'm saying soulmate attraction. And so we're going to look at the things that you're subconsciously doing, sabotaging that attraction, and how to stop once for all, because it only hurts you. And those that are meant to be to receive an experience and walk with you and receive the transformation with you may never get that chance if you don't shift how you feel about yourself. So that is the reason that we call self-worth and soulmate client attraction, because it starts inside. All the things that everyone else and their mother teaches about client attraction are not going to make a dent if you don't raise your self-worth, of course. Otherwise, you keep attracting the energy that you don't want to experience. And money just comes and goes. And one thing that we're going to talk about, I believe is going to be tomorrow, is shifting, no longer holding service and money on the same box. That is what entangles so much for so many people. Day 2, we're going to talk about how to reconnect with yourself and your purpose so you can share your gifts with true passion. And then day 3, we're going to open up to activate your unique power so you can attract your soulmate clients. So who is excited? I am. I always receive so much more than what I already tapped in before, right? So every time I have sessions like this, that is the things that, I have my notes here, the things that we're going to move through, yet so much more will come through. That's how always is, right? So today we're looking at, and one thing, if you have questions, just put it on the group and I will go through. Otherwise I will, who here has a squirrel mind, like, oh, I'm here, I'm over there. So put the questions in the group. And then after today, we're going to go through, and if there is any questions, I'll be happy to answer there. So self-worth and client attraction. Self-sabotaging, like why are you not attracting your soulmate clients or more of your soulmate clients? Maybe you're attracting some soulmate clients and a lot of red flag clients, right? And how to hold your energy powerfully so you can start attracting more of your soulmate clients and create this space for those that are no longer in alignment with you to go find who they are in alignment. If someone is not your soulmate client, they may be someone else's soulmate clients. Now, when you are holding on to clients, and I'm not saying you're holding on to your clients, but there are things that you do unconsciously that are holding on, that are attracting the wrong client to you. And these are the things that we're going to clear today. And okay, so just little, how to say that? Let me put that out there, just, the fine line. The fine line. It is okay if you notice that some people will leave your life from after you work through this 3-day experience. And you'll be like, Patricia, but I just came to a client attraction training. What are you telling me, that I'm going to lose clients? Hold on to your horses. What if the reason that you're not attracting more of your soulmate clients is that you're draining your energy with clients that are not aligned? So there are something that happens when you invite surrender to come in. And one thing that we're going to talk a lot about boundaries. We're going to talk about, one of the things that will support you in growing your self-esteem is setting up some boundaries. Now, when you start setting up some boundaries, it may trigger some people around you. And if it triggers someone around you, it just means they are not the right person to be sitting along your table, right? I call like sitting along your table. Who are you inviting to your table? Who are you inviting to your house? Would you invite someone to your house to offer a dinner to a person that complains about the food, that it's, always late, or it's always like creating confusion with someone else? I don't allow that in my house. So would you allow that in your beautiful soulmate, life, soul purpose work? Why would you in that? And why wouldn't, right? So it is okay. So repeat with me. It is okay to let go of the good, to be open to the greater, the exponential, beautiful connection that happens when you are working with your soulmate clients. Does that make sense? I put hashtag makes sense. So we know that everybody is in the same line here. So once again, it's okay. And one important thing is watch your energy throughout the next 3 days. If a client leaves, not saying it will, but if a client leaves, celebrate that is creating this vortex of energy for 10 of your soulmate clients. You can set a rule for yourself that every client that is no longer in alignment, that leaves your space, will open the pathway for 10 soulmate clients. And I can guarantee, if you make that your rule, that will be what you're going to experience. So we're going to talk about like why sometimes do we attract. And again, you can use this for soulmate or soulmate clients. Like the intention here is soulmate clients, but maybe you're in a space where you're actually looking for your soulmate. So do apply everything here will apply for love, right? So how you do one thing is how you do everything. So how does that happen? Like, how do we sabotage ourselves? We want something, but we end up sabotaging ourselves from getting that, right? So self-sabotaging patterns are those behaviors that you display over and over, no matter how hard you try to avoid them. You wanted to do things, for example, you wanted to create pathways so that your soulmate client finds you. And that could be something simple as sending an email, something simple as making a post, making a video, whatever is aligned for you. There is not only one way to attract clients, right? And you may not want to do any of these things. So we just have to find your way to attract your soulmate clients, right? So the interesting thing, like I attract the most amazing clients when I'm floating on my pool. So it's like, it works for me. So there must be a way that works for you. So we're going to just open the energy here too, so that opens up for you. So you find what is aligned. What are you, and the next, especially today, between today and tomorrow, start looking at what are the things that you think throughout your day that are holding you back from attracting your soulmate clients. What is your energy when you open your emails? What is your energy when you're going to post something? So there is a lot of things that we are going to start opening up in the next 3 days to help you determine what are the triggers that are no longer healthy for you, and what are in how to shift how you feel about them. So when you're doing something that is going to open the pathway for your soulmate client to find you, how do you feel? Your energy is so important. How you feel about something you do is going to make an immediate results, and the result that you get or not get. So really starting, take your time to actually think about whenever you're doing an action for your work, what is the feeling? Like when you send, how many emails are you sending? And what are the things that you think about them? Like, do you think you're sending a lot of emails? And so start looking at, did anyone ever told you that you send too many emails? We human beings, especially in client attraction, how many times, I'm going to just put a number out there. Let's say you had 20 clients in the last month, 3 months, whatever, right? You had 20 new clients. Do you focus on what are you grateful for all the, let's say, 19 wonderful clients, or do you focus about a judgment that one of those clients had over a little tiny piece all about you or your business that didn't align with them? How did you let that influence your vibration, your energy, your personal power? So start looking at those things. Did anyone ever answer an email that you send, like mistaken something that you said? Maybe there is a misunderstanding and you said something out of heart, and that may have triggered someone and they didn't understand. And because they didn't understand, they may decide to just attack you in your email. It's so easy how people can do those things and how people get affected. I'm not exclusive for that at all, especially being highly sensitive. Of course, those things will sway and balance you. But as you apply the things that we are going to talk about here, things are going to start shifting for you. Whatever happens in your life, it happens because you allow. So if you're allowing something that no longer aligns for you, it's time to make a shift, right? So one time a client of mine was saying, like, she was saying that she didn't like that, 3 clients stopped the automatic payments that she had. And, if she didn't want this to happen, then you don't put automatic payments, or you do something that is going to allow, different energies, and those that wanted to get away from receiving the transformation will quit, right? And start looking at what are the things that you're saying is something outside of you. It's the algorithm of Facebook or whatever. It's, what if it wasn't? What if by just shifting the energy, you shift everything around you, right? So start, let me know if there are some things that are opening up and little, what we call here in Brazil, coins dropping, right? So I had some points that I actually went over all my points. And then there is one important thing that as you are here and you are opening the energy for new things, right? You are expanding, you are evolving with me here in the evolving group, right? There are things that are habits that we all human beings have that may start clashing with what you're opening up here. Because especially in client attraction, right? The internet world, especially today, right, is going to a very interesting change. I really believe that with COVID and and pandemic and everything that happened, a lot of people start looking at online. So what we have, and it feels like it's going down, what we have now is like a market that is inflated of people that are just parrots, that they don't know what they're talking about, and they are just talking. And then someone that is completely new don't have yet the knowing to know what is depth and what's shallow energy, shallow information, right? So, and what I see as happening now, I see that this is starting to go down. People are starting to be a little more smart and start to tune into their intuition and start feeling in and being able to discern. So this is happening, right? But yet there is a lot of things that I've been taught in marketing, right? The step-by-step to do something, the specific persuasion to do something, the how to design, how to DM, right? And what if we're actually moving you away from your unique blueprints, like your unique way of being and how you really activate your personal power, your power of attraction. So does that mean that everything that is being taught there, it's no good, no bueno? Of course not. So the most important thing for you to do is tune into your intuition, develop your intuition so you can feel. I am a person that I love to walk together. I'm not a loner. I love to be in masterminds, in many groups. Like right now, I'm in 3. I invested in myself with 3 people, 3 amazing people, right? So I'm always about, I think together we go further. And I'm always about having someone that can have this outside perspective while I'm tuning into my intuition, while I get inspired, learn more, but I also can separate what aligns and what no longer aligns. So above all, it's important to clear the noise, right? What is the solution then? How do you really clear the noise, right? Just like that. What is tune in? What doesn't feel aligned? Don't do it. And then you're going to feel how you're going to do it. If you're not doing something that doesn't bring you joy, either find someone to do it if it's something that is important that needs to happen, or just don't do it. With, of course, with discernment. Doesn't mean like not do anything. That is an important place where action shows up. And we're going to talk about action tomorrow. But the most important thing to do today is to really create the space to take that step back and have this bigger perspective of what you're doing. What are the things that you've been doing in the automatic, right? And then start changing that. So why most of us, one way or another, subconsciously will sabotage ourselves, right? That is a pattern behavior that comes deep in your subconscious and is created by beliefs that you're not even aware that you're living by, right? The beliefs that you hold from the past when you were judged by others have trained you to judge yourself. Some of the biggest issues in soulmate client attraction is judging how much you're charging. We are human beings that we have a lot of water in our body. So it is okay for you to kind of be like, ooh, this is the number. And then tomorrow you're like, ooh, no, I think that's that, So that is this, give yourself space to be, to tune into what feels really, really, really aligned for you, right? Because in our constitution, each person will be triggered by different things. There are things that trigger me that may never trigger you, right? And vice versa, right? So when you start to be more cautious, be more aware of the people, the places, the conversations that you have, and you start really taking this, intake, and see, well, who are the people that are bringing these mirrors, that are proving those beliefs that are holding me back to be true, right? And then when you have the clarity, you understand it's time to make a change, right? You don't want to start just attracting clients. The techniques that are out there that you may have used it up until now attracted clients. What if you really realign your intention for soulmate clients? I want that and so much more for you. Your soulmate clients, many times, it's you, maybe a few weeks behind, a few months behind. There will be this synergy. And the more you understand that, the more you're going to understand that your story can heal your soulmate client. And so what are the things that you're holding yourself back from sharing, from being? That is exactly what your soulmate clients wants to hear from you. So it is really time to stop listening to other people's advice and tune within to your deeper knowing. You can continue doing trainings, you can continue doing masterminding, but make sure that the last voice is yours. Your most powerful gift is your intuition. And you let go of other people's advice, judgment, all the things that you tell yourself that you need to do that are not necessarily, that just creates that like extra, makes hard to walk through. Those of you that are new to me or to my business, I simplified my business a lot over the last 2 years. I went from a team of 12 people to, we have a nice cut down, 3, and then some freelancers that are helping us, right? And since I've been doing that, I've been making more money and I'm attracting more of my soulmate clients while I'm floating in my pool with my husband. And how is that possible? Is the things that we're going to apply. I'm going to share with you the next 3 days, and you get to apply and see what shows up for you in your own way. There is not one way to do things, right? So as you have worked to grow your business, some things didn't work out as you wish. And so what I want you to, instead of label them as mistakes or judging yourself for it, I want you to start looking at those past experiences as learning experiences. I don't know the name of the person. There is this guy that has this theory about, he was talking about, in a boat, like when you get yourself in a boat and the boat's moving forward. If you look back, you're going to see that, I think it's called the rake, right? Those little waves that show up behind, like a trail of where you've been, right? So the boat's moving forward. And if you look forward, you're going to see where you're going. But if you look back, you're going to look at the trail that you're living. The trail that you're living is the experience that you had in the past, is the hurtful things that people may have said to you, that may have made you lower your self-esteem, may have made you self-doubt, may have made you think twice before making your love offer for your soulmate clients to work with you, right? But if you look at that, and if you look at the boat, and if you really take a moment to think about what is driving this boat, is that the rake? Is that the things that I left behind? Or is the present energy that the engine is experiencing? Is the present energy that the engine is experiencing? So what if we just apply that to your life today? what if today's the day that you put that line on the sand and that you no longer look back of, oh, that client did those hurtful things, or that client said those things, or that client misunderstood. What if you just honor people for where they are and you let go? And then you take the next 3 days. Today is clearing. Tomorrow is building the energy, right? And then tomorrow, I could be fully present here, but then, when you start, set the intention that between today and tomorrow's session, you're going to do this observing, clearing, do a lot of journaling, take some time, you can run energy and observe. Take some time, look at the time. We're good in time. Take some time, look at the time. Look at what is no longer serving you. Are you looking forward? Or are you looking to the trail? The trail can't take you anywhere. The trail was the learning experience that you had. You honor it, but you look forward. And you really start to dig deep into who is your soulmate client. And then what are the things that you absorb, like growing up, that is so much that that we absorb in life, right? What is success? What is success for you is completely different than what is success for me. What is the ideal, money income that you see as ideal? It's completely different for me. We live in different countries. There are different, requirements, and there are different needs, there are different desires, right? So today is the day that you're going to let go of whatever it is that you're conscious or unconscious holding on to the past that is affecting your current actions and what you are having as results in your business. Most people live in the past and let past experience determine what could happen in the future, but the rake will not make that boat move forward. In fact, if you keep looking back, you're going to be focusing your energy in something that you don't want to recreate, but you're going to end up recreating, right? And if you go even further, everything that you experience in your life right now, your home, your bank account, the people around you, the clients that you are attracting, are a result from that past. And in order to attract your soulmate client, you need to start shifting. One, have clarity of who is your soulmate client, and then start taking aligned action so that you open the pathway so that your soulmate client finds you. So this is something very important. I'm going to repeat. It's a very important awareness. What you see around you are only the results of the experiences, actions, and beliefs from the past. Is the rake. It's not what you're capable of. You're capable of so much more, and there is so much more to experience. And in order to make different choices and have different experiences, you must stop the noise in your head. One of the biggest things that sabotage you in soulmate client attraction and everything is that overthinking. You're going to send an email. What if people don't like? What if someone judges me because I make an invitation to work with me and change their lives? What if, right? That's the monkey mind. I get the cutest thing that one of my team members made for me, which was like, not my circus, not my monkey. Who here saw it? It's on my YouTube, but if you're curious, it's just super short, but it's the cutest thing. Not my circus, not my monkeys, right? And like the mind just like create all these monkeys. And I like to say that your mind can't create nothing besides a bunch of thoughts. So there is a technique which I actually mentioned a few weeks ago, and you could not find, and I actually didn't look so much going on, but I will do here with you now, which is a powerful technique that helps you to clear the noise. So who is excited? We're going to experience it right now. But before we do that, I'm going to give you a homework, okay? What this technique does, like when you're able to clear the center of your head, all the noise will subside. And it's the first step to start deepening to listen to your intuition. If there is like, if we are inside a room, right, and we have 50 people in the room talking at the same time with you, you're not going to hear anyone, or maybe you're going to hear the loudest, right? So here's the same thing, that you have so many thoughts in your head talking with you at the same time, right? And we shift our energy so much. So this technique, anytime you notice you're sabotaging yourself, apply this technique. Clear the center of your head. I, in fact, would invite you to do it once a week from now on, right? So it's very simple. Once you do it once, you get used to it, and then you do a couple times, you're gonna get used to it. And it's simple. It's super simple, right? So what will be your homework? Your homework is, first of all, to be aware of what did you notice. What it is that you notice in the center of your head. Most of us has so much stuff there, has ideas that you had like 10 years ago and you haven't put into practice. Have projects from the future, and have like a lot of concerns about people, and have like memories of people, like people that did this, people that did that, like something that someone did like when you're 5-year-old, and it's all these things way in your head, right? And holds you back. So your homework would be, between today and tomorrow, number one, be aware you're going to have some memories. Some memories are going to pop up from the things that we touch here. Maybe a memory of, when that client did that thing, or when that client said those things, or when that client blamed you for something, whatever that is. The first thing that I want you to be aware of, choose compassion. Because those that throw rocks at you, that scream at you, that, make you the reason of their life not be working, are the ones that deep, they just want love. Here we are on Valentine's Day. At the end of the day, it's all about love. And the biggest love offer that you can do to someone, the love offer that you can offer to someone is to give them compassion. It doesn't mean that you're agreeing with them. It doesn't mean that you need to allow people that are not in the right frequency. It doesn't mean that you wanted to keep low vibration energy around you, but love them as whatever it is, as the mirror they are at that moment, pointing for you, right? And then just let them go with love, right? So everything with compassion. And that is something that I always go by. I always listen to my heart. And if you always listen to your heart, you know that you're always doing the right thing. And if someone doesn't understand that, if someone takes that the wrong way, it is not your responsibility. It's just not. Right? So let go. Whatever the memories that will start coming up, take a nice deep breath. And sometimes, I know you're going to tell me, Patricia, Patricia, sometimes I can't be that nice, right? Maybe that is something that you're going to tell me, right? But it's not about being nice. It's about choosing to lift beyond, above our human experience. One easy way to do that, count to 10, take a nice deep breath, and then ask yourself, I wonder how my higher self would respond to this situation? Because it's very easy to just respond in the same energy, right? If someone throw a rock at you, you just get the rock and throw it back. Yet, it's not going to support anybody to grow, right? You or others, right? And there is a reason why that person showed up in your life, to point something and to go. So whenever you notice emotions coming up, deep breath in. How would my higher self respond to this situation? And then follow that and notice the ease that is going to open up for you, right? So this is the first time part of the exercise. Notice what you notice, observe. And if emotions come up, how my higher self would respond to the situation. And it may be call you to message someone, it may call to do something, just a ritual, a letting go ritual. One of the biggest lessons and the hardest to go through, yet the one that I hold so dear, was when I attracted my not soulmate client, right? Those of you that know me for a while remember our story. But because of that, at the time I used to do graphic design, but because of that experience, I really believe it was my higher self that put those people in front of me, is because it was time to step into my purpose. And by fully letting go, very short, the story is, I was doing a website for someone and that didn't work out very well. I gave everything they asked and they just didn't honor the payment. And so when I work with my Akashic records, my guide said, just give it to them. Just let it go. Set an energetic let go of this. At the time was 1,600 reais. No, not reais, $1,600, right? And I did that. I follow exactly what my intuition brought through my Akashic journey. And within 30 days, I followed my intuition. I offered my first Akashic Records class about 10 years ago, and I received 10x that amount. I made $16,000, my very first Akashic training. And I know that happened because it was to prove me a point. Thank you, higher self, because, prove me the power of surrender, the power of let go. The gift that is, you don't have, if you are like me, that you know what is right within your heart, you don't have to make others see what is right. And maybe that was not right. Who am I to be the owner of who is right and who is not? And when you don't, those things no longer matter, everything open up for you. So let's do the exercise, getting dark. And then just journal. What did you notice in the center of your head? All right. Before we do the exercise, let's see if there is any questions. Tomorrow I'm going to bring some lights. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Wow. Beautiful end of the day to gift us. Yeah, we definitely need the light. Like, where did I go? Okay. I'm going to tap into the Facebook group, see if there is any questions there, and then we're going to do a practice. Whee! Make the words bigger. So makes sense. I had some clients leave recently and I was taking, okay, let's make it bigger. But I knew I was no longer the mentor. Yes, yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Susan. If something came up, oh my gosh, you guys had so many good questions. I need to leave doubts and fear in the wake of the boat. Yes, yes. And I'm so honored that you are on Awaken. So you are on your way. Beautiful, Lisa. if something came up when I was 5 years old, is that still connected with clients now? It could be, right? Like this is very interesting because sometimes like the things that we experience when we are a child, and every experience that we have, we make things mean something, right? And when we go through that experience, we make agreements with ourselves. So even though that experience could be like something that you experience when you're a very young child, and you didn't have a client or 5-year-old, right? But we mirror that, like we transfer that to clients. Absolutely. And this practice that we're going to do that now, it's going to help. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the practice now, and then I'm going to go back for the questions, and we're going to go back for the questions afterwards. So we're going to do this experience. We're going to close this live. Soon you're going to not see anything here or me, but it's still okay. So you're going to imagine a line going from the top of your right ear to the top of your left ear. One line crossing your head, and then one line from the front of your forehead to the back of your forehead, right? So we are creating this line, and where these two lines intersect is the center of your head. For this experience, we're going to imagine your center of your head as a room. And inside, we're going to turn on the lights there. It's, just put your imagination goggles, all right? And we're going to do a short practice now, and you can always expand. So I invite you to take nice deep breaths. Close your eyes. Be fully present in your body. And you're going to imagine a line going from the top of your right ear to the top of your left ear. And then you're going to imagine a line in the front of your forehead to the back of your forehead. Where those lines intersect is the center of your head. And you're going to imagine that the space is a beautiful room, just like a room that you enter in your house. And you're going to give yourself permission to imagine yourself very little, about 1 inch tall, inside that room. This is your center control, is where you create, is where you hold information. Yet, this is not what is supposed to be here. Most people have a lot of crap in the center of their head. And this is actually your central panel. It's where you go to tap into your intuition. It's where you generate ideas and take inspired action to put them into the world. However, it is really hard to listen to your intuition and to take inspired action when there is so much old stuff here that don't even make sense for the you of today. So you're going to imagine how the room looks like. If you move your hands around, you're going to look for a light switch, and you're going to turn on the lights in the center of your head. So take a moment and look around. Most people have old projects, cobwebs, holding on to old energy, people that don't matter, projects from the past that never saw the light of the day, and intentions for the future. Yet, the problem with all those things, including thinking about the future this way, is that it pulls you away from being fully present in the present moment. And the interesting thing is that if you let go of all these things, even ideas, and you make this space beautiful and clear, you'll be able to just Be aware when inspiration wants to come through and the idea will come back to you. If it matters, nothing is lost, only transformed. You come with you with renewed, fresh energy and true power. So you're going to imagine that at the bottom of this, now that you notice everything that is noticed inside your head, you're going to look at the floor and you're going to look for a trap door, almost like a little, shower hole that takes the dirty water, right, to be cleared, to be recycled in the systems, the city systems or whatever. So you're going to open the little door and you're going to look through. If you look through, you're actually going to see the inside of your throat for chakra, and you're going to even see your ground cord going all the way to the center of the earth. And at the very center of the earth, you're going to imagine a beautiful ball of fire. The fire that burns in the center of the earth and that brings this powerful energy and desire and everything that is available for us. So now you're going to just move your hands and push everything that you see in the center of your head, visualizing that going all the way and being, when it gets in touch with that fire in the center of the earth, it's going to be poof, dematerialize and become reusable energy. Nothing is lost, only transformed. Set the intention to be grateful for what all that energy and what taught you and what brought to you, but now you no longer need. Clear all the energy in the center of your head. Do a few more minutes. I'm going to be quiet. Just notice what you notice as you're letting go with gratitude. Beautiful. Now that you let go of all the energy, you're going to close the little trap door. And just take a nice deep breath and feel yourself and all this beautiful space of creation around you. This is how the center of your head should be. Now we're going to call your higher self. Ask your higher self to bring a beautiful ball of golden light and bring your most powerful essence. The places you've been, the future, the past, people's, places, calling all your power back to you. Just golden light. This beautiful golden light is going to come and fill up the center of your head. Deep breath in, and that's how you clear the center of your head. Thank your higher self. Bring your hands to your heart just to anchor this feeling of clarity, space, and creation. And when you're ready, you open your eyes. And I want to invite you to practice this for the next 3 days at least. And notice throughout the day that you may feel more clear, intuition may start kicking in, and maybe something else. Just notice what you notice. Beautiful. So once again, congratulations for participating in day 1. It's completely dark here. I'm just the shadow. So the shadow is going to say goodbye. And I will see you tomorrow. So much love. Bye-bye.